Ashley Young then, he has been an absolute credit to Villa this season. He got a lot of stick off me last season because I thought his time was up. He was absolutely awful. You know, when he came in, he couldn't seem to do a job. He couldn't seem to hold on for the ball for more than 5 seconds, and he was dreadful. You know, he was a player that sort of made me quite nervous when I watched him. When he came on against Man City for Matty Cash, I thought, yeah, well, we're already going to lose this game, but now we've definitely lost. It's Ashley Young. Man came on a bit of man of the match performance in, and to be fair to him, he continued that. He's been an absolute credit to us, and long may that continue, because he's been absolutely incredible since Matty Cash has been underperforming and been injured. And he's basically Villa's 12th man. I mean, he's got more passion in him when Simon Cowell opens a packet of quavers, let's be real. But Ashley Young, you know, he brings something different to the team. He doesn't just bring a different player, he's a great bit of energy. He's got more energy than the Sun, let's be real there, because he's got a lot of fan passion about him, and you've got to respect that from Ashley Young, because he's a fantastic player. You know, a lot of people will say, well, he's 37, he must be past it, or he's coming up 37. I want us to give him a new contract, because I think he deserves a new contract. You know, he's a great player for that squad, and even if he retires, I think he needs to become a coach, because he could do a job anywhere. He could bring that energy, and I think he'd know what he's doing, to be honest. Because he's got fight for the team, and he's just such a good joker around the place, and it's unbelievable. You know, obviously his career hasn't been solidly based on playing for big clubs. I know he played for Inter Milan, but I'm sorry, Manchester United, my bad. But you know, before his time he played for Villa, when, you know, just before the downfall, and he played for Watford, I believe, in his career. So he's played for some decent teams, you know, and he has a lot of experience. And you know, you can say, well, he's a right back, he doesn't, you know, it's not the hardest job in the world. I disagree though, it's a tough job, right back. Every position you have to be on it, and I feel like last season he was miles off it. I mean, to be fair, he was playing left back, back up last season to Matt Targett half the time, so even that in itself must be absolutely terrorising, to watch Matt Targett in training get ahead of you in the team. That probably isn't going to be great for your eyesight either, trying to watch him cross a ball into the box. I don't think that's a pleasant sight to see, especially for all the people that are just enjoying their day out in the park and the ball hits them 50 miles from the training ground. But you know, I think Ashley Young's been absolutely outstanding. You know, he's club captain for a reason. You know, he's an absolute leader on the pitch, and I feel like he gives more than Matty Cash. I know Matty Cash gives about as much as Simon Cowell to charity, but it's, again, he seems to, you know, he's not the best attacking wise, but he does offer something, and he's put some crucial tackles in this season, and I think that's a top player. In his goal against Nottingham Forest, where do you even begin with that? That was absolutely incredible. You know, under Gerrard, you know, towards the end, he was the one that carried us to make sure we got as many points as we could. You know, we'd probably be in a relegation battle if it weren't for him. And now look at us, you know, him earning us that many points earlier on in the season. We're now looking at a place, you know, in top 10. Maybe if we keep playing like we are and results go our way, you know, I'm not expecting it, but you know, maybe even Europe. You know, that's the ambition, that's the goal with Ashley Young. Is if he's got one more year on him, do it. Get that new contract signed. And then we have, you know, providing no one leaves, Kane Kessler-Hayden at right back, Matty Cash, and then Ashley Young for both left back and right back backup. Although, again, does he even need to play to make an impact? Because this guy is great in the dressing room as well. You know, he's that sort of player you turn to when things aren't going right. Whereas McGinn, I don't think half the players know what he's saying half the time, so I very much doubt he's the man to turn to. He's more of the joker. Ash Young's sort of the joker and the leader in the dressing room, so I think for him, on a personal perspective, would make a, you know, he'd make a great captain. And you know, it's only because Martinez plays that he is captain. Sorry, he isn't captain. But I think both of them, no, they sort that back line out. You know, because that back line's more messy than a crossword after a 3-year-old's attempted, you know, to try and do that crossword. And to be honest, that's probably Matt Targett's work as well. That's all he did at Villa, let's be fair. But I'm going to speak personally for Ashley Young, because he's, like I say, he's Villa's 12th man. He's an extra bit of fan passion, you know. He brings that fan passion up a level. He's got a fantastic chant, a fantastic attitude. You know, he's basically just an Alan Hutton 2.0. You know, we've got Frederick Gilbert, we did have Frederick Gilbert who had the attitude of someone that went on the X Factor and got 4 buzzers in the space of 2 minutes, you know. Not happy. And probably just feels like a waste of time. He's now gone. You know, he wasn't a great right back, you know. He had a bit of pace on him. Great, he couldn't defend to save his life. And then you've got Ash Young, who is just completely and utterly showed why Gilbert did not have a place in the team. And is at least shown right now why Matty Cash doesn't. And I'm not saying Matty Cash is a bad player, but he's just not as good as Ashley Young, let's be fair there. Again, is Ashley Young good enough for a new contract? I mean, if we were willing to keep Matt Targett for as long as we did, yes, definitely. I think he's a great player to keep around. But it's whether if you know, he can do it for another year. He's, like I say, he'll be 38 if he stays on another year. It's you know, it's whether he wants to retire at Villa or not. He could go somewhere else, but I think he's found that love for Villa again, and you know, you can ask for more from him. So we'll wait and see, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see an even better Ashley Young. Maybe, you know, he will retire this year after what has been a really good start to the season, and long may it continue.